We are your humble servants from the Light of Zion, out here to teach you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans your true nationality. That we're not Negroes, that we're not Haitians, we're not Jamaicans, Dominicans, you know, all the names that our oppressors gave us, but we're the children of Israel, we're Levi, we're Benjamin, we're Judah, we're the names that the Most High gave us. And that's what we out here to show our people. But our people, you know, our people still walking to and fro, don't want to hear the words of the Most High.
I pray to y'all that one day my people see them chariots.
We out here to show you, and we out here doing the work of the Most High to get y'all to repent and come back to his laws, statutes, and commandments. Give me Colossians 3:17.
This is the book of Colossians chapter 3 verse 17. And whatsoever ye do, in word or deed,
Right.
do all in the name of the Lord Jesus,
Right.
and give thanks to God and the Father by him.
Right, so everything we do in our actions and the things that we say, we always got to give thanks to the Most High through his son, Mashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. So what's going on, brother? What's going on? Everything good? All praises. All praises. Come on. Right. So, you know, I saw that you're listening to our officer, Buttercut. You know, he was breaking down everything, showing you what your true nationality is. You know, you said that you're the tribe of Levi. You know, all praise to the Most High that you know that. So I want to show you some commandments, you know, that because it's very important, you know, not just knowing that we're Israelites, that we're the tribe of Levi, but keeping his commandments. You follow? Right? So give me, start off, let me get Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Right, because it's more than just knowing, but it's actions that the Most High is going to require from you. So that's what we out here to show you, that it's not just calling yourselves, you know, the children of Israel, but it's a life change. And that's what we out here to show you. Read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 10 verse 12. And now Israel.
Right, and now Israel. What's your name, brother? What's your name? Belinsky? Gone. And now Belinsky, who, you know, you're from the tribe of Levi, read.
What doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Right, so now that you know that you're an Israelite, what does the Most High require of you? Read on.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
Right, so we got to fear the Most High. We got to have fear and have respect for what he, you know, tells us to do. We got to follow his ways. And that's us showing that we fear the Most High. Read on.
To walk in all his ways.
Right, to walk in all his ways. Read.
And to love him.
And to what?
And to love him.
Right, and to love the Most High. So if I were to ask you, how do you show God that we love him? What would you say? How do we show God we love him? I follow in the Bible? Okay. What specifically do we got to follow in the Bible for us to show that we love him? If I was to ask you. Understanding what he's saying? All right, come on. That's the first step, but there's something more to it after we understand what we got to do. We got to. I'm gonna show you. It's all good. You need to read that.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God.
Right. This is the love of God. This is how we show God that we love him. Read.
That we keep his commandment.
That we do what?
That we keep his commandment.
Right. So, in order for us to show God that we love him, we got to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. So, you know, you said that we got to understand it, but after we understand it, we got to put it into application. Because the Most High, he is a God of knowledge. He's a God of actions. Actions are weighed by the Most High. So, us doing his laws, statutes, and commandments, that is us showing that we love him. Let me give you some commandments that, you know, we need to keep. Give me Numbers 15 and 38. I'm gonna start there. Right there. Right, because if you look around, look at all the brothers what we have on. You see at the bottom of our garments, we all have fringes on. Right? You see that? The bottom of our garments, even underneath here. That's a commandment that, you know, in our garments, we're supposed to have fringes on our garments. So I'm about to show you right now. Read that. All right.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38.
Right.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and beg them that they make them fringes and they borders of their garment.
Right. So the Most High said, bid them, meaning command them, the children of Israel, which, you know, you are, that we make the fringes and the borders of our garments. So on all of our garments, all of our shirts, we're supposed to have fringes on there. Read on.
Throughout their generation.
Right, throughout their generations, meaning everlasting. So we're not supposed to stop wearing our fringes. So, you know, you wear your fringes, you're supposed to teach your children to wear your fringes, and so on and so forth. It's a generational thing, so it keeps going. Read on.
And that they put upon the fringe, put up the fringes of their borders a ribbon of blue.
Right, that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. So you see here, you got the ribbon of blue on top of the fringes. You know, all the brothers, we all have the ribbon of blue on there. That's, you know, showing you that's the commandments of the Most High. Read on.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe.
Right, so now we're about to get into, you know, the importance and the reasoning as to why we're supposed to wear our fringes. Read.
That ye may look upon it. And remember all the commitment of the God, the Lord.
Right, so when we look upon these fringes, we're supposed to remember all the commandments of the Most High. So whenever we feel like we're about to, you know, go away from the Most High and break His commandments, we're supposed to have our fringes on and look at it and say, you know, this is not what I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm not supposed to be going to the gas station and getting that black and mild. I'm not supposed to be going to Publix and getting some shrimp, crab, or lobster. That's the importance of us, you know, having our fringes on, so we can look at it and remember the commandments with all the actions that we do. You know?
And do them.
Right? And do them, right?
And that seek ye not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a hurry.
Right. So that's the importance of us wearing the fringes, is to remember all the commandments of the Most High. So now let me get into some other commandments. So now let me ask you a question. Do you eat pork? Brother, do you eat pork? You do? Alright. Get that, Leviticus 11:7. We out here to show you, we're going to show you, the importance of us keeping these commandments, because as Israelites, we're not supposed to eat pork. Now that you know, that's going against the Most High that we eat, for us eating pork. So read that.
This is a book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7. And the swine.
And the what?
And the swine.
And the swine. What's the swine? That's the swine, brother. The swine is the pork. The swine is, the pepperoni pizza, the pork ribs, all that stuff. That's the swine. Read. And the swine. Read on.
Though he divide a hook and be clothed footed,
right?
And yet ye chew it not. Yeah, he cheweth not the cud.
Right. Yet he cheweth not the cud, meaning that the pig doesn't regurgitate their food. They don't, how cows, they eat grass, they bring it up, they give it back out. That's the normal cycle. But the pigs, they don't regurgitate, they don't digest their food. They're bottom feeders. That's their purpose. So because of that, read on. Read.
He is unclean to you.
He is what?
He is unclean to you.
Pepperoni pizza.
He is unclean to you.
Jerk pork.
He is unclean to you.
Right. So the pork, the shrimp. The pork is unclean. So we're not supposed to be eating pork. So that's something that you got to stop doing. So you got to stop eating pork. So are you gonna stop eating pork, brother?
Hallelujah.
Praise the Most High. Get over there.
Hallelujah.
Right. That's the steps that we got to take. We got to continue to learn and then continue to realize that some of the things that you do, you got to stop doing them now that you're coming into remembrance of who you are and what your true nationality is. So now, like I was going in Deuteronomy 10 and 12, the requirements that the Most High has for you. So it is required of you to keep his commandments, now that you know who you truly are according to the Most High. So, all right, so we got into the pork. So do you eat shrimp? Do you eat crab? Lobster? All praise to the Most High. All right, so that's another thing that we're not supposed to eat. We're not supposed to eat, anything that's in the ocean that doesn't have fins and scales. That's the criteria that the Most High doesn't want us to eat. So the shrimp, the crab, the lobster, the catfish, crawfish, all these bottom feeders, because that's what they are. We're not supposed to be eating those foods. So you can eat like salmon, snapper. Anything that has fins and scales in the water, that's the things that we can eat. But all the other things, just like I was going over the shrimp, crab, and lobster, That's also what we're not supposed to eat. Right. So that's good that you don't eat that stuff. So definitely, stop eating the pork, and everything should be good from there. So let's go to the Sabbath day. Give me Leviticus 23. Right. It's important for us to understand that the Most High, on the seventh day, which is from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, that's his day. That's a special day to the Most High.